Hey guys, as requested, I'm gonna be reviewing a video called I attempted to climb Europe's most deadly mountain. Of course, it's Magnus Midtbø once again. Before I start the video, think about this. You're a happy and healthy human being. It's the afternoon, the sun is shining, your children are around you, they want to play with you. They say, Daddy, Daddy, come, look at this, and you go and play with them, and you're all laughing. Would this kind of a human, after that say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go and climb the deadliest mountain in Europe. Would that ever happen? Keep this in mind throughout this video.
This is the Matterhorn, Europe's most dangerous mountain. And I'm about to try climb it alone. Over 500...
Alone even. Yeah, even better. Because this is what happy people do.
People have passed trying to climb this mountain, which is almost double the recorded fatalities of Mount Everest. The Matterhorn...
Yeah, and that's great, right? Awesome, man. I just love it. I love what you do.
Matterhorn claims around 10 lives a year on average, making it one of the most dangerous mountains, not only in Europe, but on the planet. High altitude, exposed ridges, freezing conditions, loose rock. This mountain is no joke. Oh, and I've never done anything like this before. I know a lot of you think of me as a pro climber, but that's sport climbing. This is mountaineering. The two are totally different. I was stepping completely out of my comfort zone for this. Maybe too far.
The activities shown in this video are extremely dangerous. Yeah, awesome, but you still do it and should not be attempted. This climb was safety, blah blah blah, no, should not attempt the training experience. Okay, yeah, right, do not attempt. Okay, at least something, but you're still making a video with the title as if it's something that you should be proud of. Even if you put this warning, this disclaimer, people will still see you as some sort of hero for doing it.
So my journey starts here in Zermatt in Switzerland. It's already at 1600 meters. This little town is so remote, you can only reach it by train. So from there I had to take...
That's interesting. That's one of those places, sort of, where Wesley Price went to, where they drank their raw milk, ate their raw dairy and whatnot. Kind of hard to access, just people living with their own, no outsiders. Probably kind of still the same now because it's in such a high altitude.
The gondola, and that took around 25 minutes. From where the gondola stopped, I had to hike to the Hornley Hut, which is the last civilization before trying to climb Matterhorn. Oh god, I'm carrying probably 35 kilos of weight. A lot of glass because I have camera equipment, so lenses. People are looking at me like I'm an idiot when I'm walking past them because everyone has like a little light backpack. I look like a donkey, you know. Starting to realize why people hire Sherpas. So the hike took a little longer than expected because of all the...
He set up the camera, walked, then went back to collect the camera. That's even more work.
Equipment I had to carry up, it took over 4 hours and I was feeling exhausted. Not only because I had to carry all the stuff, but I think also because of the altitude. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what to bring and what not to bring. Pretty hectic, trying to pass people. Thanks.
There's even more people with no meaning in their lives, risking their lives for nothing, just nothing at all. At the very best, you could say a cool view at the top, which is just stupid. Just watch a video of it. Yeah, watch videos of other idiots doing that. Why would you do it yourself?
Magnus Midtbø.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to see.
Yeah, good to see you too.
I check your YouTube. I always watch it.
Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Those kind of people watch him. Bye.
Thank you. Yeah, stay safe. Yeah.
Stay safe.
Bye.
That's like from the last video. Don't stress yourself or whatever he said.
God damn, it's so beautiful now. The sun is rising behind me. I'm about 300 meters up. This is just the easy part though. Most of the people here have guides. It says online if you're not very experienced, you should have a guide. So I'm gonna give it an honest attempt. I'm not sure if I'll get to the very top because the top is covered with ice and I'm not an ice climber. So this is how it looks like inside. Pretty primitive, a lot of trash. I would not want to spend a night in here, but at the same time, it's so much better than spending a night freezing your ass off in the mountains.
Alcohol? Or 0.0? I don't know, whatever. Garbage, anyway.
And Solveig, okay, so he's probably the one who put this up. So he put this up in 1916. But the Matterhorn was first ascended in 1865 by a British...
1865? So that's when people started going nuts, basically. Good to know.
climbing party. Apparently there was like competition between the Brits and the Italians, but the Brits beat them to it, but not by a lot. And unfortunately, on the way down, a few of the men from that first expedition fell and passed. And that's what they say, that the most dangerous part is on the way down. So there's a line of people here waiting to climb. Really cold. It's really windy up here. So as soon as I find some shelter, I think I'm going to put on some more clothes. But now, it's this part right here. It's very, very steep. Way steeper than I thought it'd be. This is the steepest section on the mountain, and for this section you have fixed ropes. It makes it a little bit safer and easier, but at the same time it's very physical to pull yourself up. I did attach a small sling to the rope, but to be honest, I really don't recommend doing it like this.
This video is very similar to his last one in the sense that he believes that when he gets to the top, he will be at the so-called finish line. He will have achieved what he wanted to, which is true, of course. He wants to get to the top, but what I mean is that in the last video, he got to this line, which was just a man-made line with no meaning, and then in his delusional head, he finished the race, even though the line could have been 50 meters or a kilometer further, and then he would have had to finish that line to finish the race. What I mean is that this mountain could be also a kilometer higher or 50 meters or whatever, and then you would be at the top. The top is just all in your head at the end of the day, because you're achieving nothing anyway. Yes, you're physically at the so-called top, but you're actually doing nothing, because you're doing nothing in the first place. Because you're climbing this mountain for no reason, except that you hate your life, and why you do, who knows? I don't know what his problem is. He's constantly being self-destructive in every video. In this one, maybe in a way more than others, because here he's really risking his life. Who would do that if they are happy? Who would ever risk their lives or do anything self-destructive?
The amount of protection this gave me was very minimal. This was also the first time where I started to seriously consider turning around. I could feel the altitude really starting to affect my judgment. I felt like I could easily make some small mistake, and at this point that would most certainly be fatal.
Man, I need to read the comments on this video after. Man, if there's people praising him for this, You're all just absolutely nuts. What he's doing here is just so messed up. And of course it's all filmed, because it's for a video, it's for attention. It's all for attention. That you should also keep in mind. Why does he do all of these races, the challenges? Why is he doing this? Only to get your attention. As I said in the previous video that I reviewed, you are really all at fault for watching him, subscribing to him, commenting. We'll see what the comments look like. Because you encouraged this guy to do it. And one day it could be lethal. And in a way it is already, because his lifespan is completely reduced to nothing, most likely, with this stress that he has experienced. Would he do this if he was the last human being left on Earth? Would he just climb a mountain? No. Would he do some 100-kilometer long races? Never in a million years, of course. Would he even do it if there were no cameras or the internet? Incredibly unlikely. You just do it to get attention, that's it. Question is, why do you need this attention? That's what you need to ask yourself if you also want to do something like this. What's actually wrong? What's actually going on in your head?
So I should be around 100 meters, a little bit more from the summit. And yeah, now I'm really starting to feel it. The altitude and everything. And it's also really cold. I want to put on another layer, but there's nowhere. I'm just afraid of like everything flying off, like the jacket and stuff. So I'm gonna find like a better place to do that. This next part looks pretty gnarly. I think this is it. This is the top.
Okay, you just climbed a mountain for no reason. It's meaningless. It gives you zero fulfillment. You made your dark ice circles even darker, created more wrinkles, and reduced your lifespan. That's it. Oh, good job.
Alright. So this is the top. Look at this. Oh my god. I feel like you're on top of the world. This is crazy.
You would feel on top of the world, so to speak, if you would slaughter your own animals, drink the blood, be surrounded by your family, lots of children. This is close to the opposite. As I said, yeah, maybe the view is interesting for us humans because you're so high up. You are somewhere where you're not naturally supposed to be. But I can also see it now, thanks to the video. And even if there were no videos or the internet, and somebody would have told you about how beautiful it is up there, let's say 200 years ago, who gives a fuck? Why would I risk my life for a fucking view?
Woo! Never been this high before. And you can see Switzerland is that way, and then Italy is down there. Yeah, likewise. No, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Where are you guys from? Austria, okay.
Just more lost people fist bumping him and saying good job. Yeah, and he's smiling because they don't smile in real life. They have no happiness, no joy, rather. And that's why they need to do this, because of the emptiness.
Okay, cool. Well, stay safe on the way down.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. See you down there. So even though I look pretty happy here, celebrating and everything, inside I was really not doing so well.
Yeah, we know, man. We know.
The altitude and exhaustion was really bad. I was told 80% of accidents happen going down the mountain, so I knew the descent was going to be far more challenging and dangerous than anything I had faced so far.
Think about it. Humans climb up a mountain. Look. Good job. high-five each other and go down. And that's how lost and meaningless the lives of humans are today, because they don't do anything natural, so they try to imitate it, but that's not even an imitation of anything. That's just you being depressed and lost and hating your life.
Ooh. You okay? Jesus. So that was really terrifying. I wasn't attached to ropes or slings, nothing. Just a few centimeters to the right, and that would have been the end. I would most likely have tumbled down the whole mountain. I actually had to take a break at this point and really gather my thoughts, because I still had a long way to go, and below me I had the whole fixed rope section, which is really physical. Oh, yeah. So I reached the Solvi hut and I feel pretty safe. I'm so exhausted that I don't really have energy to talk to the camera, but I make it back down from there safely. And the next day, one of the guides who were up on the mountain, he texted me and he said that he's glad that I made it back safely. He said there were 2 accidents on the mountain that day. One guy ripped off a piece of rock and fell 10 meters. And then another person got a rock in their head or helmet. And yeah, just the whole experience though, in total, to sum it up, it's probably the first video I've ever made where I kind of regret making the video. And that's because of the lack of preparation. And yeah, I don't know. I think it was a little bit too risky. So I'm going to keep that in mind for my next adventure, if I do any similar adventures. And I also don't want anyone to copy what I did or anything that I do on this channel.
At least he said that he doesn't want people to copy him. That's something, but you have millions of people who watch your videos. The guy that you saw on the mountain also watches your videos. They watch you because they want to see you do these kind of dangerous and torturous activities. That's essentially all that your channel revolves around. You will still inspire people to do this. And if not that, then some 100-kilometer races through cold water, the mountains, biking for hours and whatnot. That's all that your channel is about. If it was only about climbing some plastic walls in a hall, that would be something else. It would not even be worth making a video about it. It's stupid, it's pointless, but who cares? But when you do this, you attract a lot of lost and depressed people. That's what you need to be aware of. Who your audience is. Your audience is made up of people who have unfulfilled, meaningless lives. And the reason it is like this today is because people do not follow the so-called natural path. They are disconnected from nature. They do not understand how to become happy and healthy. And that's why they do all of this other nonsense to try to fill this emptiness, which is impossible, of course, because there's only one way in life, and that's nature. Thanks for watching.